I think that's what makes our regular season very interesting in the America East. You position yourself for seeding, and the 1 and 2s get a first round bye, and it's a big advantage. And even though we had the 3 seed, we were 1 game away from getting a 2 seed, so we kind of had to do it the hard way. We didn't have the first round bye. It makes for a very exciting tournament, knowing that everyone's competing for that same one very precious spot in the NCAA tournament. So yeah, to come out of it knowing that we earned our way into this, and there's only one representative from our conference, it makes it very special.
Saw your team taking your team picture out there. You want your guys to have fun at this thing at the same time and enjoy it, remember it, and everything, don't you?
Absolutely. These are memories we hope that last a lifetime for them. But at the same time, we don't come to these events to be tourists.
Sure.
We want to compete. We want to play hard. We want to represent the conference and the university the right way, and we know what we're up against. We know we're going to be a 4 seed pretty much every year, and we're going to get a national seed, and that's okay. And we're looking forward to the opportunity to compete, especially against a club that has rich tradition and history like Georgia has, at an unbelievable facility and a great fan base. So this is why we do what we do all year long, to get ourselves in this position.
How many turf fields y'all play on during the year?
A lot.
That's what I thought,
including ours. So we're real comfortable.
You have to be pretty much, I would think.
Yep. Yeah. It once was a luxury. Now it's more like a necessity.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's funny. It's not just for the northern schools. It's like that way here in the South as well. You see
big
that
time. Now you see it in the South all the time, and I just think it's becoming less maintenance, and rain isn't an issue, and it's not tarp on, tarp off, and the way the turf has come along with technology, it plays really, really close to like natural surface.
Well, how could you tell how this one plays today? The little bit of time you were out there today.
It's playing fast today because of the
rain.
It's wet. So, but our guys said it kind of playing like ours when ours gets wet pretty fast. So we're used to that surface, and if it's dry tomorrow, it may slow it down a little bit. I know it's pretty much brand new, so I was anxious to see how it played, and I don't know if we got a great read on it today because of the weather, but we'll get a chance tomorrow to get a feel for it in pregame and stuff.
Well, Coach Johnson announced he's going to start Leighton Finley tomorrow. Leighton started the game against Army last year, struggled a little bit. Yeah, she must have a chance to do some scouting on Leighton, kind of what the challenge you'll present.
Yeah, I mean, we've started. It's busy for us. We didn't get back till Monday morning from Maine.
Yeah.
The selection show was Monday, and as soon as that ended, we had to kick in gear for making arrangements for this trip. Tuesday was the only day we kind of had on campus, and then yesterday we were traveling. So we've started to dig in a little bit on some of the guys that Georgia has, both on the mound and in the box, and it's an impressive group of young men, and we'll continue to do our homework tonight and in the morning, and hopefully we're prepared to play tomorrow.
I know y'all did most of the hitting inside. What are your early impressions of the way the ballpark plays depth-wise?
Yeah, I don't know. It was a little bit of thick air today, I think, because of humidity. So the ball kind of hung up in the air a little bit. But I know because the Oklahoma State bus driver told our bus driver that balls were hitting their buses, so they had to move them. So it must be the ball was jumping pretty good for them. I don't know if the air got a little thicker while we were taking BP or not, but we had a few go out that don't normally go out from certain guys. So. It must play a little bit smaller because the dimensions are fine, but I don't know if the dimensions are like wink wink, or if they're truly what they are. So, but it's the same for both teams, and so the park is the park, and you just do what you have to do.
Yeah, this park typically plays very, very small when the humidity kicks in, and it's balls will fly everywhere, especially down the right field line.
Yeah.
You got some lefty hitters with pop. They're going to rise will come put up just a little bit.
You mentioned the postseason mentality. How can that help you now that you're actually in the postseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of it's about momentum, and we felt like, having to play 5 games in a relatively short period of time and winning 4 of them, you build some momentum. So we feel like we played good baseball. Early in the tournament, we scored a lot of runs. We beat some people up. And then on the last day in the championship round, the runs weren't there. We saw better pitching, so we had to pitch better. We had to manufacture some runs. So during the America East tournament, I thought we had a chance to do a little bit of everything. Play a little long ball, play a little small ball. Our pitchers could relax at one point because they had like 10-run leads. And then when it was time to win a ball game in the 11th inning, our pitchers had to really buckle down and make sure they didn't give anything up. So I thought it prepared us really well for maybe, what we have ahead of us here this weekend. And I guess we'll find out tomorrow at 12:06.
I know you mentioned you're starting the freshman right-hander. What are you expecting out of him?
My expectations for anyone that we start are kind of the same. We just want them to go out and give us what they have as long as hard as they can. No expectations of how many innings or whatever. Our bullpen will be ready to go if we need to make a move early. If he keeps us in the ball game for a little while and we can rest some guys in the bullpen, that's fine. He's got good stuff. I think he'll play the part. He's got good arm strength. He's got good secondary stuff. He's still a freshman. It's a big stage. A year ago right now, he was probably playing for a high school championship instead of an opportunity in the Division I tournament. But he'll be ready to go. He'll be prepared.